Hello, the spectacular specimens of humankind. A little while ago, we were live on Twitch, on my little Twitch channel, which is great and fun and games, and we decided to react to some sex education videos from historical times. Naturally, the first of those is the one that you're about to see, which is the sex education video from the 1980s, in the Irish Catholic school. I know that quite a few people have done reactions to this in the past, but I've never seen it. I've never seen anything to do with it or anything like it. My sex education was definitely done in a Catholic school, so I definitely had reminiscing aspects to that as well. I also have, like, my dad is Irish Catholic and his entire family are Irish Catholic, so this intrigued me, to say the least. And I was like, we'll just go ahead and see what that's all about. Well, turns out it was hilarious, and well, this is what happened. I am fascinated by it, so we're gonna go over and watch this 1980s. We're gonna watch a 1980s sex education video, and I will react to it because I've not seen this one. I don't know. Like nothing rings a bell when I was having a quick flick through it to make sure there was no nudity involved, which I didn't think there was going to be in 1980s Irish Catholic. But at the same time, we'll find out. All right, we'll find out. For those people that might have just joined us, the reason this all came around is because last night I was at my parents' house. I was looking after my parents' dogs, and my parents have got a VHS player, so I dug out an old VHS sex education tape, and that was released in 1996, and it was appalling. It was fucking hilarious in how cringeworthy it was, with these actors that I don't know whether they knew each other or didn't know each other, but they evidently had the most awkward simulated sex, which they weren't allowed to have sex because it was the 90s and having sex on camera made it pornography and therefore illegal. But like, it it just made everything unbelievably cringeworthy. Sometimes it's okay for the woman to instigate sex. Maybe she can kiss him. Maybe she can put his hand on her boob. The 80s bit is fine. The Catholicism that has me confused. Well, they had to teach them somehow. This is the thing you've got to remember. They have to teach them somehow. And it used to be down to parents, but then parents, because of the way that people got brought up, parents would find it very awkward to have that conversation. So they were like, schools, you need to teach our children about sex, but you're not allowed to teach our children about sex. You're allowed to teach them about the biology of sex, but you're not allowed to teach them about anything else to do with sex. Like, procreation's okay, but nothing else, and that's it. And it got so fucking weird and, like, confusing and hard for people to do shit like that it basically got to a point where like videos like this, you would have like a school approved, like a school board approved like sex education video, and that would be all of the sex education. So they'd literally be like one thing, and you're like, right, we are going to make a sex education video that is approved for by the Catholic Church and the school boards, and this is all that they're gonna do. All right, I don't know. I haven't seen this. This is me assuming. Jewish couple who listened so well to parents that they had to ask a rabbi, I think, what to do on the night. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. And could you imagine, just as a point of comparison, yeah, in Catholicism at least, I can't talk about any other like religion and what have you, but in Catholicism, like asking the priest what to do on your wedding night wasn't unusual. It wasn't unusual to ask how to consummate the marriage, because it was a very important, holy ritual to do, to consummate the marriage and therefore bind yourselves to each other. The consummation of marriage has been a big thing in religion for fucking centuries. Do you know what I mean? But you would, like, it wasn't unusual to ask a priest how to do it. However, priests, generally speaking, the vast majority of priests, especially in the Catholic Church, have never experienced sex. They've never experienced sex. Their whole point is that they have a vow of chastity. They never experience sex. I'm not going to go into the controversies around the Catholic Church by any stretch of the imagination. Don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to go down that fucking line of thought, all right? I'm just speculating on the logic behind somebody being like, okay, cool, I have now married my darling love, my one true soulmate. This is absolutely fantastic. How glorious. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to ask the person who's vowed chastity, who presumably has never had sex ever before, how to have sex, you know? All right. Oh, I'm dreading this, friends. I'm actually dreading this. So this was the 1980s Irish Catholic sex education video. Okay. Let's see how we get on. Oh, God. Well, I love this. The music is everything. Look at that style. Look at that fashion. I used to have a jacket like that. Double denim the whole way. Don't forget to do your dry... Oh, but there's a love heart on the wall. We know where this is going. We know where this is going. Sex education for girls. For girls! For girls!
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Angela.
Hello, Angela.
And over the next few sessions, we're going to be together talking about you growing up, your body, its changes, and a lot more. And I think you're going to find it fascinating.
I might find it fascinating, but I would like to, I'd like to take a moment for to question a lot of things going on here, friends. I like the fact that she came in with some nice, like, neutral tones. Hello. How are you doing? You okay? We're going to talk about... And bearing in mind that the children that they've shown us so far are all, like, 12, 13 level. Do you know what I mean? And it says the next few sessions, so obviously this is 4 minutes of a season or whatever, you know? But, like, she's talking to kids. Do you know what I mean? She's talking to teenage girls. Interesting dolls? Yes! That's what I was about to draw attention to, Carol. These are some choice decorations. These are some choice decorations, all right? One looks a little too... Something to educate people about sex. Maybe tense, poised. Oh, I'm sure she's terrified. A vaguely apologetic look to her. I think she's fucking terrified. Because you've got to remember, this is sex education for Catholic schools in the 80s for young, like, girls. You know? She's probably terrified that she's going to get it wrong and have to do it all again. Right, okay, hold on. I'm going wild, all right? How are we getting on?
Everything is based on love.
Love?
And the person who loves us most of all is God.
Of course.
So let's start by asking him to help us to understand about it all.
Okay. There it is. There it is. This is about love. I like that. It was a bold start, but for Irish Catholic in the 80s, I get it. It was a bold start. It was just like, okay, we're gonna talk about love, and I like that. I like the fact that they led with love. You know, completely understandable. The person who loves us most is God. So let's ask God to help us guide us through this next section. She's reading off a piece of paper as well. So she's gonna, the fact that she's reading off this piece of paper means that she has thought of a prayer or has been given a prayer to read to help young children be guided through the task of learning about sex.
Dear Lord, I want to invite you to be with us as we talk together about growing up. Because you are the inventor of people. You are the one best able to understand us and help us to understand and love one another.
Do you know, that's not a bad call. Like, that's, as far as prayers go, that wasn't bad. So we started with a prayer. And you know what? As prayers go, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not the worst prayer that I have heard for something to do with sex education, to be fair. Okay. Unit 4. Sex education. Unit 4. What are units 1 through 3? I need to know. 80's, Irish, Catholic, sex education units. Okay, so, okay. From what I can see, I can't find out what all the other units were, but I think the other units were, like, talking about periods and hormonal changes and stuff like that. You know? This is an interesting dynamic, though. This is an interesting picture to have. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why it's an interesting picture to have. The painting suggests that the child is about 6 at the time of marriage. Not usual for marriages from the church. Exactly what I was gonna bring up. This image here is a picture of a happy marriage. The insinuation of the bride having exactly the same haircut as the little girl means that this little girl was either born out of wedlock or from a previous marriage. Now, for those people, it's the bride's sister, clearly. Oh, shit. Okay, no, I'll take that. I'll take that. It could be, yeah, the bridesmaid, bride's sister. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Here was me about to absolutely smash it down with the entire idea of, like, the Catholicism doesn't believe in previous marriages. The only time that this would have been okay with that child being the bride's child is if this was, like, if she was a widow. That would be the only way this was okay in the Catholic Church, you know? But if they're sisters, that makes a little bit more sense. However, there would never be a scenario where two sisters with that age difference would have the same haircut. Like, that's not likely. Having known many people who are sisters, that's not a thing that has ever happened in my experience. Maybe the child is dreaming of her wedding day. You would expect a lot more cloud-like structures if it was a dream, you know, or imagining it. Maybe she represents the girls watching this. Maybe. But again, I would expect there to be a lot more, like, cloud-like structures, like it was a dream, if that was the case. Based purely on the cringe level of this. Because they really need to spell it out to people, you know. We're only a minute 45 seconds into this, you know. Just the oldest daughter getting married first and the youngest being bridesmaid. That makes more sense. That certainly makes more sense. The religious trauma from Catholicism intensifies. You won't be alone in that one, Eris Ptolemy. But I will say, and I would like to, like, throw it right out there, I come from a religious background. My entire family is very, very religious. They're all very Irish Catholic, and they're all wonderful, wonderful human beings. All right? They're all wonderful, wonderful human beings. So don't think that just because somebody is religious or just because they're Catholic, they're a nasty individual, because that's not the case. You know what I mean? All right, let's crack on.
This is the newly wed couple here, and they're showing their love for each other by love making.
Excuse me? Let's rewind a little bit, shall we?
So this is the newly wed couple here.
Okay.
They're showing their love for each other by love making.
Yeah. No. They said it right. That is the newlywed couple there. And they're showing their love for each other in a church in front of the bride's sister by lovemaking. What? Excuse me? With all of those clothes on? I mean, it's bold. I've never seen it happen before. Oh, wow. Is that what lovemaking looks like? We've been doing it wrong. Doing it wrong the whole time. Oh, wow. That was unexpected. That was unexpected. Been doing it wrong all these years. It's because you're not married. It's because, I mean, people that are married, you have no excuse, all right? But those of us that are not married, all right, we just didn't know. We just didn't know, all right? We had no clue that this is how it works. Oh, wow. All right. Okay. We need to whip this back a little bit, and we need context. We need context in all things, all right? Who knew You May Kiss the Bride was just step one of a series of instructions? Exactly. Exactly, Goat Wiz. Right, okay.
So this is the newly wed couple here, and they're showing their love for each other by lovemaking. Lovemaking just means making each other feel loved.
Does it?
How do you make a person feel loved? Well, you give them kisses and hugs and you hold them close. But between a man and a woman, it's a bit different. Because when they hold each other really close and give a long kiss and a warm hug, they tell each other that they're beautiful and everything like that. And they also have a bit of a laugh because they are the best of friends. And then something happens. In a very short time, because they're so close, the man feels his penis becoming erect.
Right, okay, before we get on to this, I need a fucking moment, all right? I need a fucking moment for the way that they have skirted around that. They have skirted around that. The man and a woman are lovemaking. What is lovemaking? Well, being very close and showing each other they love each other. I'm like, okay, that is not what lovemaking is, by any stretch of the imagination. You are doing your absolute utmost to dissuade these children from understanding what the fuck you are talking about, all right? Also, can we take a moment to really appreciate the costume change? She's gone from business lady to friendly old mother. Friendly mum. Hi, friendly mum. I'm gonna tell you about the wonders of lovemaking. Lots of kissing, lots of hugging, lots of being close to each other. Pictures of family in the background. Pictures of family in the background. And what looks like a druidic cultist ritual. They're all there in long white garbs with flowers in their hair, apart from the person in the middle who's wearing a long black garb. Are you sure you're Irish Catholic? I have questions. I'm also massively intrigued as to why there is a packet of sliced meat wrapped in cellophane on the side here. I have many questions, all right? I have many questions around this entire scene. The plastic plant's hilarious. The fact that they've got an open window to a yellow wall is mind-boggling to me. But this is obviously like meant to feel delightfully homely. Do you know what I mean? Delightfully homely. I'm judging this so hard, basically the root of the Mean Girls quote, don't have sex because you will get pregnant and you will die. To be honest with you, that's what I was expecting. That is what I was expecting. Do you know what I mean? Ready to demo a condom? Not a fucking chance in this video, Carol. This is Irish Catholic. They don't believe... In the 80s, Irish Catholicism in the 80s completely and utterly spurned any kind of contraception. There was no such thing as contraception for Irish Catholicism in the 80s. Good Lord. In fact, there was actually a point in like the 70s, 80s. In fact, you know what? Probably from the 60s onwards, where if you were found to have any description of contraception, if you were a Catholic family that was found to have any description of contraception, usually condoms or anything like that, you could be like excommunicated from the church and all of the society you lived in. Like nobody would fucking speak to anybody. If you were excommunicated, you would not be spoken to by anybody who was Irish Catholic. At all. In fact, you know what? If you were excommunicated, you probably won't be spoken to by anybody who was Protestant either. It was pretty severe to be excommunicated. So, yeah, intense. Not a fucking chance there'll be a condom in this. Not a fucking chance. Doesn't it look like just like one of those little polystyrene trays that has got like sliced ham on it or something? Right, okay, let's crack on. Let's crack on. Get me education spectacles on. Okay, let me whip back a little bit.
And then something happens. In a very short time, because they're so close,
okay,
the man feels his penis becoming erect. That's straight, hard.
Straight.
And
straight
the sperm coming down into it. Like a...
Excuse me? I'm going to be stopping this every 30 seconds. The sperm coming down into it. The sperm coming down into it.
The best of friends. And then something happens.
Okay.
In a very short time,
okay,
because they're so close,
right,
the man feels his penis becoming erect.
Okay, I'm with you.
Straight,
yeah,
hard.
100%.
And the sperm coming down into it.
Is that right? Is that right? That preloaded with sperm. Preloaded with sperm. Oh, this is amazing. Right, hold on. Oh. Right. So it's preloaded with sperm. Let's see.
Like it did when he had a wet dream.
They just went straight there. They just out of nowhere. Just blindsided us with wet dreams. What the fuck is this? Oh shit! Oh shit! Like he did when he was having a wet dream. Oh fucking hell! Oh fuck! Oh, right. Load the cartridge into his glory. We skipped some stuff. He's got a nice hard erection that the stream is flowing down into. It's flowing down into, all right? Not coming up from the testes. No, God forbid. What are they there for? I don't know. That's where a man keeps his emotions. I ain't got a fucking clue. It flows down from your lungs, down to your erect penis. Like it did when you had a wet dream. Oh, this is everything to me. Just blindsided us with a wet dream. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot and bothered by this sex education stream. Wow. I am blown the fuck away. This is amazing. This is every fucking thing to me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fucking hell. The look of disgust on her face. Oh, I missed that. I was concentrating too much. Okay. So that's covered what's covered in part 1 to 3. Part 2 is wet dreams, apparently. Oh, like it did. He's coming down. That's the bit that gets me. Coming down. Coming down. The semen is coming down like it did when they had a wet dream. How will a girl around that time have any context or anything the lady is saying on the screen? I'm assuming, because this is Unit 4, so I'm assuming she must have talked about some of this stuff beforehand, alright? They must have explained it in the other videos, yeah. Downright speed running through sex. Well, I mean, she must feel super fucking awkward. She must feel super awkward to be like, okay, hey, by the way, what was her name? Margaret? What was her name?
Angela.
Angela. Alright, Angela. Appreciate you, Ange. Big Ange. Fucking hell. Ah, this is giving me everything. This is giving me life. People with vulvas are screwed. They got no fucking idea. They got no idea how anything works. It's great. Do you know what I mean? That's probably why they do this stuff, because they don't know what they've got no better idea. So just fuck it. It flows down. It flows down like those times that he has wet dreams, because you know they always have wet dreams. Always. Every night, wet dream. Shit. Obviously, the semen comes from the heart because of love. Oh shit, Nick Soy. Of course. Of course. Kiss were really right. It really was a love gun. Comes preloaded. Ironically, I think the anatomy of the specific tubes means it does come down eventually. She got lucky there. I mean, it does. It goes up and then it comes down. Yeah, that is true. It does go up first and then it comes down. So I suppose that's kind of right, but it doesn't get stored at the highest point. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't get stored at the highest point and hope for the best, you know? Whoever wrote this script has either never had sex or never met an actual human. I think, to be honest with you, quite possibly priests and nuns wrote this script. I reckon people from the church wrote this script because that's the only way it would be approved for Irish Catholic schools. That is the only way it'd be approved for Irish Catholic schools. If it went through the church first. Oh, flows down after a wet dream. Sure it does. Down the leg. As you know, it doesn't. It doesn't flow anywhere after a wet dream. I wouldn't know because you're lying down. You know. Oh, right. Okay. Let's whip back a little bit. Where are we at?
Like it did when he had a wet dream.
Like it did when he had a wet dream.
Now, while the sperm is coming into the man's penis, the woman's body is getting ready to receive the sperm. It's amazing, you know, how God made it. Because while they're making love and being happy together, the woman feels her vagina becoming kind of slippery inside. So
why does it feel so wrong when she says it?
Because while they're making love and being happy together, the woman feels her vagina becoming kind of slippery inside.
Kind of slippery.
So that the penis can easily slip in and out. No trouble.
No trouble! No trouble! Not a single bit of trouble. Not one iota of trouble. Gonna slip in and out like the hokey cokey. Fucking done. It's cringe. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. The Irish accent. This is too much. She's an Irish Catholic lady teaching young girls about how sex works. You know?
So he slips his penis into her vagina, gives her the sperm, then she has the sperm. Then the...
Every 30 seconds. I'm not even making 30 seconds.
Becoming kind of slippery inside.
Kind of slippery inside.
So that the penis can easily slip in and out.
Slip in and out.
So he slips his penis into her vagina, gives her the sperm, then she has the sperm. Then the penis slips out, and that's all.
That's it. That's it. That is it. And that is all. Should we just go back and make sure we didn't miss anything? All right? Let's just go back. Okay.
And coming down into it.
Coming down into it. The sperm,
like
that is.
Like it did when he had a wet dream.
Like that time he had a wet dream, yeah.
Now, while the sperm is coming into the man's penis, the woman's body is getting ready.
Just gathering there. Just gathering in the man's penis. Not in the testes, where it's, you know, created. No, it's just gathering in the penis, all right?
To receive the sperm.
But the lady's getting ready to receive it, okay?
It's amazing, you know, how God made it.
It's amazing how God made the vagina. Amazing how God made the vagina. Fucking phenomenal. Mwah. Fantastic. It was great. Should we find out why? Let's find out why.
Because while they're making love and being happy together, the woman feels her vagina becoming kind of slippery inside.
So while they're being happy together and already making love, oh yeah, which making love can be anything from kissing, yeah, remember that, she starts feeling slippery inside.
So that the penis can easily slip in and out. No trouble.
No trouble. No trouble. The penis can slip straight in and straight out again. No issues at all. All right? You will never ever, people with vulvas, you will never ever need lubricant. And not only that, you will only ever feel slippery inside. You'll only ever feel slippery inside when you are, when you're already like kissing your husband. All right?
So he slips his penis into her vagina, gives her the sperm, then she has the sperm. Then the penis slips out, and that's all. And that's called sexual intercourse.
That's it. Fucking educated. Fucking educated. How did I not know this? All of this time, you're only allowed to go in once. Yep, you go in and you give them the sperm, which you have preloaded, and it's like a little gift. It comes in a small parcel with the sign of the cross on it. Fucking done. My work as a sex educator is complete. It's complete. Just slide it in, give it the sperm, slide it out again. Fucking done. Then your sister claps in congratulation cheer behind you. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. The fact you managed to do it in this wedding dress, mind-boggling. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my lordy. Only going once. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Exactly.
Some people call it...
Right, hold on. How is there still a minute left of this? I have been literally doing this for nearly an hour, and there's still a minute left.
having sex.
It's sexual
so the
intercourse,
man
having
passes
sex.
the sperm to the woman.
Okay.
And now his sperm is in her.
Okay.
Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made and a man could pass water instead of semen and sperm.
That was never a question! Of all of the questions that I have, of all of the questions, of every question that is currently entering my brain, the concept of the man passing water instead of semen is not the one of them. I'm dying. I'm actually dying. Why is she describing it like a game of Kelly? Because it needs to be educational, all right? You're not allowed to talk about anything outside of a purely educational fashion, all right? Is she saying, I think she's saying, what happens if he pisses? What happens if he slips inside and instead of giving her like a little package of semen, she gives her a little package of piss? Like, that is what I'm going for, John. We need a bingo card for next time.
Hand it to my ego. Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
Fucking
Is
hell.
she trying to kink shame someone who's into water sports?
She's-
Don't yuck someone's yum.
She's Irish Catholic in the 80s. She doesn't even know what water sports are. She has no fucking clue what water sports are. She got no fucking idea. The concept of it is mind-boggling to her. She doesn't even know what foreplay is. You kiss a little bit, then slip, ejaculate, slip out, done. little package of piss. Makes me wonder if she actually had performed what she's teaching about. I don't know. I honestly don't know. For all I know, I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her. I don't know anything about this woman. All right. She could well be a nun herself. She could well be a nun herself because in the 80s, like religious figures were teachers. Like nuns were teachers. So she could well be a nun who is just trying to teach young girls about how fucking sex works. Do you know what I mean? Get our game faces on, friends. We've got to get through this education. All right. We've got to get through this education. Let's go.
Maybe you're wondering if a
Okay.
mistake could be made and a man could pass water instead of semen and sperm
No.
when having sexual intercourse. But that can't happen because there's a valve
A
which
valve?
closes to stop the urine coming when sexual intercourse is taking place.
Oh.
Now,
A valve?
possibly you're saying to yourself, oh, I'll never do that. It's awful. Because, you know, when you hear about it first, it sounds very strange. But God has made it really lovely, an exciting and pleasant feeling.
Why? Why? Wow. Okay, that's a fucking thing. That's a fucking thing. That fucking happened. Oh my lordy, this is I was not ready. I was not ready. Oh, good old Angela. Good old Angela taught us, okay? So to let's remember what we've learned, okay, from that 4 minutes 23 seconds that definitely lasted about an hour. When two people get married, they love each other. They make love in front of the entire congregation, including the bridesmaid. All right, make love in front of the entire congregation, including the bridesmaid, and they do this by kissing. All right, that's the first step. That is the immediate, as soon as you start kissing, making love. When they say, you may now kiss the bride, that's it. They're up at the top of the church, making love in front of everyone, all right? And the man's penis gets erect and fills with sperm. The sperm moves down into the penis immediately. As soon as the penis gets erect, the sperm moves down, preloads the penis full of sperm. And the woman's vagina becomes slippery. That was the movement. It becomes slippery in preparation of the penis. All right? They're already making love at this point. Remember, it starts with kissing. Okay? Comes slippery. Yeah, that's it. Little bit slippery. Then the penis enters the vagina, gives them the little gift of sperm, exits the vagina. One thrust. That's all it takes. It's just, whoop, here you go, and out again. Fucking done. You may be wondering whether the man will pass water instead of passing semen. I know I wasn't, but you might be wondering that. But apparently, there's a valve. A little valve. The Holy Spirit comes down and twists the valve off, making sure that that there's no chance of pissing inside your partner. All right? And that's it, done. And you might be thinking, God, that's really weird. Why would I ever do that? That seems a bit fucking strange. I'm out. Do you know what? I'm not. But don't worry, because God has made it quite nice. Not even, like, pleasurable. Just quite nice. Those 4 minutes and 23 seconds that definitely lasted about an hour, that is all you could possibly need to talk about sex. That is all you could possibly need. What more do you need from that, right? Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh God, how did I ever forget that? Jesus Christ. So, when the man's penis gets erect, which means it gets nice and hard, okay? Nice and hard. And it loads in with the penis. Like, the sperm moves down into the penis, okay? When it moves down into the penis, just nice and little, there you go. It moves down into the penis. Just like the time that he had a wet dream. Yep, that was in there. That was thrown in there. That was just straight up, just like the time he had a wet dream. Oh, love that one. Fucking hell. That fucking, that sex education video blindsided me more than actual, like, my first time experiencing sex. I knew more about actually having sex than I was expecting from that fucking video. It was wild. It was wild.